The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, to a new video, and I'm thinking you're not doing that well because Elon Musk, we don't like him that much today, do we? It's not nice to be on the other side of the table. Usually when he tweets something, you know, it's good for crypto, but today it wasn't, so we are sitting on the other side of the table. It's not very nice. It's not very nice feeling. Anyways, that said, we were so the question comes like, did Elon Musk's tweet actually push it all the way, push the price down, or was the price already going down and it was just bound to happen either way? Now, we already was doing the technical analysis on Patreon yesterday, and we were already seeing that it was going down, but I think that Elon Musk tweet actually pushed it all the way down to 46. I don't think that the plan was to go all the way down, but they pushed it all the way down. They created mass fear, mass panic, and managed to push the price all the way down to 46,000. Now, I'm gonna also explain to you exact moment where that happened, and I'm gonna show you that why I think that somebody is talking in Elon Musk here and telling him at exactly this time you have to post this tweet, and you have to say this, and you have to say that. Dropped 20% all the way down from top over here down to here. It was 20%, I think, yeah, something like that. It was a huge dump, but we hit some kind of targets that we had. We were talking on this on our Patreon yesterday. We hit some kind of targets because yesterday when we had Patreon, we were already hitting the 100 moving average up here. We are talking about what's gonna happen if we break on downside, where we might actually find support, and it was down here. So there is something called daily altcoins video on the Patreon that we do every single day, rank coins and stuff like that, talk about Bitcoin. So if you need any help picking coins, check the Patreon. That's it. Let's get into the charts and see what's actually happening with Bitcoin. What's gonna happen now? Is this over? Is this not? And some other kind of support targets if we start falling further down below. Also, what's needed actually to get out of this dump right now. So let's start by yesterday. Yesterday we had this very nice line up here, and we are falling down here below the 10 and 20 moving average. So we drew this very nice trend line over here, and we said like if we lose this, like we can fall down further. We are especially saying this on the Patreon yesterday, and we can see here on the 4-hourly chart and 1-hourly chart that we were actually managing to hold this line. You can see this line. We managed to hold it. We broke below it, but we're right back above it, and then went sideways. And over here, that's why I'm saying like right over here at the exact moment where we are managed to holding in line and trying to get back above these moving averages, Elon Musk tweets. I mean, what kind of coincidence do you need? Like, what kind of coincidence do you need to actually get this tweet going on right over here, right? Somebody must have told me like now is the time to tweet, because they could have tweeted up here or up here. They could have tweeted wherever they wanted. No, they were waiting and waiting for mass panic, mass dump, and then tweeted exactly as people are starting getting some kind of hopes, and then tweet came and went all the way down here. Now when it went down here, I actually thought this was actually finished, and I even told in the Telegram group that I think this is mass, this is peak fear, maximum fear, this is mass panic. I think this is over. This is gonna stop over here and continue up from here. Unfortunately, it just continued dumping, so the fear was obviously not done, and I miscalculated how much of effect Elon Musk tweet can have. So we dumped all the way down here, down to some 46 levels. So after that, we picked up back up again and started going back up. So let's go back to the daily chart. So we were talking on the Patreon yesterday about this dump happening, because we were sitting exactly on the 100 moving average, and 100 moving average held kind of previously. So we are hoping that it's gonna hold this time as well. We won't break this trend line, and it will go up. But we are also, of course, looking at the other side, and as I said, like if we start going down, we might actually start looking for some other supports, and these other supports came very nicely down here. You can see here, this is the weekly close, so this support is very stable, very good. That's at 49,200, and also there was one very nice trend line that was going for a long time, and that's this one over here. let me just remove. So this trend line connecting this wick and this wick creates hits almost this wick on the dollar, and it also corresponds to the 20 moving average down here. So you gotta like 20 moving average. Did I? Oh, sorry. Wait. I didn't use the magnet. If you use the magnet, it's a lot better line. You can see the wick, and then the 20 moving average corresponds. Everything comes down to this little point down here that actually gives us a super huge support at 49,200. So we are saying that if we break down, the probability is that it's going to be very high. That's going to hold right over here. And if you go to the daily chart, you're going to see that that is actually the case. Although we did break down, we got bought back right above the line, and then we broke down again and right back above it. Right now we're trying to recover. So of course this line actually held very nicely, and the good thing is that this bottom is higher than this bottom. We didn't get a low and then a lower low, so this is a higher low. That's also a bullish sign for Bitcoin right now. Now before we go further and start talking about some kind of other targets we should have in our books, because if this starts going further down, like, we have to assume that this might actually be quite bad and quite continue going up, continue going down. But we also gonna look at what's gonna be happening for us, what has to happen for us to be bullish again and continue going up, right? So before we do that, I would just want to explain to you this how this played out so far. And for that, we're gonna remove the wicks. We're gonna remove the wicks, and we're gonna remove the moving averages because it's easier to see. Okay, and we're gonna remove all the lines. So basically what was happening all the way during this climb over here, that we had something called RSI divergence. So this is a RSI, the rubber band index as we call it, and you can see here clearly that the rubber band index have been having lower highs all the time, low, and even now it's having a lower high. And you will see now that all the way up to this point up here, we are having divergences that were actually indicating the big drop. So these divergences have to correct at one point or another, and I think right now that these divergences have corrected. The price is right now following the RSI, and we are actually where we should be actually to continue going up. There is also an indication here that there is some kind of a pattern that we are actually bottoming out, and we should continue up, and I'm going to show you that as well. But first thing first, let's see this line up here. So the price is going up over here, but you can see that RSI down here is actually going down. It's actually going down, which means that we will have some kind of correction, and that this pattern is continuing. Price is still continuing going up, and the RSI is continuing going down. So we are still continuing having these corrections, and this is the third time we are having a price higher high, and RSI is continuing going lower. So we are still having these corrections. Now for the last time we are actually having lower high and lower high, and the RSI is actually corresponding to price right now. So this mechanic of RSI and price being corresponding is actually correcting right now. Not only that, this low down here is lower than this low, because we just saw this low over here is higher than this low. So the price is going up, the RSI is going up. So there is no divergence right now in this last part. So this might be that we are coming actually to some end. But all the way up, all the way here, there was divergence between the price and the RSI, and although we are pushing the price higher and higher and higher because there was so much bullishness, we knew that at the end of this must come these corrections. So you've been seeing these corrections down here, but the price is trying to recover. RSI was trying to recover, and it just couldn't. Down here we call the bottom when it was down here, because of the RSI was all the way down at some 30 levels. That's very rare that happens. So this might actually indicate that we are some kind of bottom. Although the pattern that's forming right now, it's some kind of a double bottom pattern. So if this actually holds, this is double bottom, and the price might actually follow, get some kind of support down here and continue going up. I'm also gonna, I don't know if you saw the moon video today, so I'm gonna also say a quick word about that. What the moon is suggesting, let me bring back the wicks over here, is that we have something called head and shoulders right now. Now I don't think that's a head and shoulders, but he says it's head and shoulders, so we should actually look at it. And he's fearing that this price must actually go, can actually go all the way down to the 300. The head and shoulders pattern goes something like this. It starts at the line, goes up to the first shoulder, then you got the head, and then you got the right shoulder, right? So technically, when this happens and you break this line over here, what happens then is that you have a drop that's equal to the from the bottom to the top of the head, wherever the price breaks, and then you got this target down here at 31 or 32,000 or wherever it is, right? So that's very bearish target. That's very very heavy, and you can go watch his video if you want to, but I'm gonna argue that this isn't the case, because this is not head and shoulders pattern. The problem with the head and shoulders is this is straight line over here. There is no significant point that we are hitting. Now if we started somewhere down here, wait, if we started somewhere down here and maybe had this maybe this goes something like this, then you would have, because this indicates change, this indicates a change, and then this would indicate change, this would indicate change, and then you have a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, then you have a head and shoulders pattern. But this is like a straight line. There is no pivot point, there is no nothing. So I cannot say that this is a head and shoulder, although people might think it's a head and shoulders, and we are of course looking also at lower targets, but I don't think the head and shoulders is actually head and shoulders, because there is no significant point right over here. Like this would be better, something like this maybe, because of this little pivot point down here. And you can see actually it might actually correspond here, but I don't see it. Maybe this is the head and shoulders pattern, like something like this, and then we are supposed to go from up here. Let me see, from up here down to there, and then somewhere around, maybe you should go down to 40,000, something like that. Give or take, give or take. I don't think there is a head and shoulders pattern forming yet. I don't think that's in the books. So what about? But we should have. We should go back and have just a second, okay, to get our lines back. We should actually have some kind of supports and see if in case we start going lower, how much lower than 49.2 can we actually go. So for that, we're going to go to the weekly chart, and we're going to see that there are some very important levels that we cannot break, or we should not break to be bullish. This one over here at 45,231, that's very, very important level. And the second one is down at 38,200. So these two levels are super important, very, very important for Bitcoin. If we start going down, we should be looking for the support at 45,200 or 38,000. 38,000 level. You can also see that 38,000 levels corresponds to 200 moving average on the daily chart. So, but however you look at it, that's a very bearish scenario, because you are breaking all kind of lows. You're going further down and stuff like that. It's not a good way to be. Also, these two pivot points over here are connecting almost with the same line over here. That's why I also think that we are hitting some kind of a bottom down here. That said, what is gonna actually take to be bullish? Because right now we have our targets. We have the 38 and the 45. We know if you start going down and breaking the if you start breaking this line over here, because it's a very important line, 49,100, 200 or something like that. If you start breaking that, where like we have the supports 45,000, 38,000. That's what we have to look at, right? But what's gonna take up for us to go actually up? What is gonna take to actually be bullish up here? And I'm gonna explain to you right now. So for that, we're gonna use the moving averages. Right now, we have to be bullish on the daily chart. Let me clean everything. To be bullish on the daily chart, we have to get above all the moving averages. Now that's a big move to the upside. That's above 56,600 right now. On the daily chart, to be very bullish on the upside, we have to get above 56,600. That's like long term, that's like daily. Like if we can get above that, like we are super bullish, we are technically continuing bull market. So I'm not looking actually at that, I'm looking at the small targets, and I'm hoping that we can actually break some of those before we actually get back. And especially the moving averages I'm looking at is 10 and 20 moving average. 10 and 20 on the 4-hourly time frame is very important. These two moving averages are very important to break if you want to continue uptrend, because right now these are coming for the price. They are going down and the price is continuing going up or sideways, right? It might go something like this, doesn't matter. But if you get rejected by the moving averages will kick us down and push us even down to those targets that we just saw at 45,000, 38,000 and stuff like that. So we are not yet bullish now. There is no confirmation yet. We are still we just dropped too far down from the moving averages. There is no bullishness on the 4-hourly time frame. There is no bullishness on the daily chart. The only bullishness we have right now is on the 1-hourly chart right now, and the fact that we are actually crossing the 10 moving average. That's the first step, and I like that, and I think that's a very good sign, because right now we are gonna go either sideways over here, a little bit sideways or a little bit up, and we are gonna meet this 20 moving average on the 1-hourly chart. And only if we start breaking the on 1-hourly 20 moving average, that you're gonna see that we are gonna try to go for the 10 moving average and 20 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame. But ultimately we are not out of the dump until on the 4-hourly time frame we are above the 10 and 20 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame. So right now we are technically not actually going up, we are not going down, we're just going sideways and waiting for the moving averages, just like over here. We are waiting for the moving averages to pick us up and carry us up, right? We are waiting for the moving averages to jump on the moving averages and then get the moving averages to push the price higher up. But right now there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. We can still continue dropping down here. You can see here that this 10 moving average on 1-hour time frame, exactly here when Elon Musk tweeted, pushed us way far down below. So right now we are trying to get above the moving averages. We are not out of the dump yet. Maybe tomorrow. I'm thinking this is gonna take between maybe 16 to 20 hours, maybe even an entire day. So tomorrow we're actually gonna have a better understanding of whether we are bullish or bearish or what's actually happening. But the way I see it, the dump did what it actually had to do. It eliminated a lot of longs. It got a lot of people panic selling. It got rid of a lot of weak hands. So I think right now we might actually continue to having this continuation of the bull run, especially because I think that this pattern over here, this double button, if this holds, of course this is not yet confirmed because this is a daily candle and it's still going on, but if you can have this green candle standing and then maybe next candle be green as well, that will be a pretty good confirmation that we might actually have some kind of double bottom here. And that's actually very good, because that's double bottoms are indication of bottoming. Now that also the RSI is actually resetting as it should be resetting, and you know, a lot of stuff have I don't know what more FUD can you actually put out to make people go and sell more and continue going down. So if we are bullish, if bull run is not finished, this should continue up. But if you start if you start breaking the 49,200 and starting closing below the 49,200, we have to be looking at these targets here, 45 and even the 48 target. Those are very bearish target. I hope you never see them, but you can see also 45 targets corresponds very nicely to this bottom down here, and they are very bearish. They are very bearish targets. So we are hoping for upside. We are hoping for the moving averages to pick up the price and come to the rescue and carry us on, right? But you never know. So take precautions. You know, right now all alts are gaining back what they lost yesterday. Bullishness is back in the market. Yesterday when I was talking about peak fear on the Telegram, and I was saying I was asking people, I know Elon Musk tweeted Bitcoin using too much electricity, it's a lot of panic and fear, but is anything fundamentally wrong with crypto? Like, you still got free internet, you still got cryptography working for you, the blockchain are still around. Are all projects gonna die? Are thousands of developers just gonna quit their job and go to vacation, say, yeah, crypto is done? I don't think so. I don't think so. And maybe Bitcoin is maybe a little bit bearish on. Sorry, maybe Elon Musk is a little bit bearish on Bitcoin, but he's very bullish on Doge. So if he's still gonna promote Doge, he's still gonna promote technically crypto as well, and meme coins and everything else. So I think we are actually we might be done, but we are not out of the dump yet. Technically we are not out of the dump yet, so we gotta see what's actually happening. We might continue down, but I think the ups, I'm assuming, and I say always assumptions are bad, but I'm assuming we can actually go up. Long video today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did watch all the way through, subscribe to the channel to watch next Bitcoin video. But you know, when these kind of things happen, you have to make a little bit longer video to explain to people what's actually happening, because I think they want to know that. That said, subscribe to the channel, check out the Patreon link below if you want to see more technical analysis and altcoins, if you need some help picking coins, and join the Telegram because I chat there. Enjoy guys, see you around, bye bye.